The brief history of dance. Dance could be best understood and appreciated once approached in its historical perspective. Dance has been around for a long time. It has existed even before the written language and modern history took place. In short, the only evidence of humanity during this time is the art that they left behind. Dance and art were integral in society. Dance has been an essential part of rituals and ceremonies. It is still to this day practiced all over the world by native tribes, and this has been passed down over thousands of years from generation to generation. Primitive dance. Dances were performed on occasions such as celebrated birth, commemorated deaths, significant rituals, and marked special events. They perform magical dances to ask gods to end famine or to provide rain or to cure sickness. They also perform some rituals for fertility or childbearing, harvest, and having healthy children. The primitive dancers shared certain gestures and movements, which drew from their everyday lives. Many of these movements mimicked the nearby animals, the crazy forces of Mother Nature, and the hypothesized immortal energies of the gods. They used all of these movements in both their social, religious, or magical dances. However, these were not created for entertainment, as many of our dances are to this date. Ancient Egypt. The 3rd millennium BC was the period when dancing became widespread. Far more than a pastime, dancing became an integral part of Egyptian life. A leader called priest dancer was responsible for seeing that dances were performed correctly so that the hunt would be successful. Egyptian priests used musical instruments, while dancers mimicked significant events, stories of gods, and cosmic patterns of moving stars and sun. The Egyptian paintings show the scantily dressed girls who dance for the wealthy male crowd, accompanied by musicians. This kind of entertainment continued until the medieval times and Renaissance, when ballet became an integral part of the wealthy class. Ancient Greece. The tradition in dancing continued in ancient Greece, where Greeks used dances very regularly and openly to the public, which eventually brought the famous Greek theater in the 6th century BC. Participation in dance or drama festivals was a religious exercise and not for amusement. An ancient sculpture and paintings speak of many dance rituals in Greek culture. The annual festival in the honor of Greek god of wine, Dionysus, included dancing and drinking for several days. Ordinary people used to dance for celebration, entertainment, seduction, and to induce the mood of frenzied exhilaration. Movements were closely related to gymnastic exercises that resembled dance. Roman Empire. The Etruscan and Greek dances influenced the Roman dances. Because of their mutual influence, the dancing styles in Greece and Rome were very similar. They used a specific musical tempo with a standard 4 beats per measure. The Romans performed in the form of a line in which the line leader was the best dancer. Their costumes in both civilizations were generally traditional clothing for daily wear, but sometimes, depending on the dance itself, they might have included a few additional accessories. The Greek dancers created the Pyrrhic dances, but were made famous by the Romans. The Pyrrhic dance was introduced into the Roman games by Julius Caesar. Dancing priests and other clergy persons who were members of the nobility participated in war dances wearing full armor with a shield and a staff. They also engaged in fertility dances to honor the gods. In this way, the dance originated as a religious practice. Romans must engage all the body in the dance and under the influence of religion. Noble matrons and senators' children involved in this type of dancing. Under the reign of Caesar Augustus in 22 BC, the pantomime dance drama became an independent form of artistic expression. The Roman pantomime was a highly developed art form that made lavish and created use of dance. The Romans also began to act out theatrical scenes through dancing, which was called pantomiming, and it did not involve speaking. The roles were to tell stories through the body movements, gestures, and the masks that they wore. Christian era. After the fall of Rome, the history of dance transformed following the development of the Catholic Church, which was then the sole custodian of learning and education as well as the source of morals. Dance was performed on cathedral porches, church squares, and marketplaces. Miracle plays, mystery plays, and morality plays taught the church's lessons and were enacted in theatrical ways. In dramatic ritual games with dance movement, the passing of the seasons was celebrated as it has been by the primitive times. This is the end of the lesson. Thank you very much for listening and for watching. Have a good day.